Hello, friends. We're gonna do an annoying angle because it is 100 degrees and my car mount will not cooperate and my phone is overheating being up on my car mount. So I've tried to film a couple times today and it just keeps going off. So you guys are going to be irritated. Just pretend we're back in the vlogging in the dark days or whatever that used to be. If you're new to my channel, I used to vlog on the way to the hospital when I lived in the city in the dark because that was the option that I had at that time. So yeah, I'm on my way to go see a client. So I have about 15 minutes to have a little chat with you guys about day 10 of tracking, which I'm so very excited about. We've made it through 10 days. So if you started with me on August the 1st, you have 10 days of tracking, which means you probably have 10 days of wins and progress. I think 10 days can make some positive changes for us. You may have lost some weight already. Your clothes might be fitting a little bit better. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 10 days is nothing to sneeze at, my friends. So if you've made it for 10 days, oh look, you can see my nails up close. That's weird. This is definitely a weird angle. Bear with me. We're doing whatever we need to do in order for me to get on here every day and talk to you guys. So I had an interesting post yesterday from one of you guys, an interesting comment asking about calories. Basically, one of you guys was saying you've tried to figure out how many calories you're supposed to be eating per day, and you're getting all kinds of feedback. In fact, I think you even mentioned somebody saying you should take your goal weight by 12, your ideal body weight by 12, and that's your calories. I used to hear ideal body weight by 10. To me, 12 is pretty, I don't know. It just depends on the person. So here's the thing. Weight Watchers used to always say this, and I think that this is a really good piece of advice for us. What are you guys doing? Was that somebody peeling out or what? Okay. Let your weight loss be your guide. They didn't say, let us be your guide. They didn't say, let the plan be your guide. Let the points be your guide. Let the app be your guide. No, they didn't say any of that. They said, let your weight loss be your guide. Because really, we all have to tweak our plans to fit who we are as people. We all have different genetics. I have a whole combo of things happening genetically. I am a total mutt. I'm a mix of all kinds of things. Excuse my face being blocked by the steering wheel. So, I bring to my life this genetic predisposition. I bring my gender. I bring my age. I bring my lifestyle. I bring my work. I bring my health history. All those things are going to be different. I may share some things in common with you, but when we watch these other YouTubers that have lost like 100 pounds and we try to replicate what they're doing and it doesn't work for us, we get so frustrated, But guess what? We're not them, they're not us. You really do have to let your health, your weight loss, your progress be your guide. So that's why I think it's taken me so long to kind of try to figure out. This is part of the reason. Part of the reason is that I'm terrible on the weekends and very inconsistent. I acknowledge that. But the other part of the reason is trying to find the right plan that works for me long term. and almost like having to create those parameters for myself. I really think any plan works if you work the plan, but working the plan is highly individualized. So we got to keep that in mind, you guys, when we're doing this. And not get so frustrated, with the fact that the girl in your meeting who is on the same color that you're doing at Weight Watchers looks to be the same age as you, is losing at a faster rate, or the person on YouTube, or the person you hang out with on the calorie counting support boards or whatever. You seem to be doing all the right things and all the same things, but your journey is different. We can't really compare ourselves. So what I have found, especially when I used to go to TOPS meetings and Weight Watcher meetings, is that different people did different things that really worked for them. For example, my leaders all did different things. Some of them had to eat their weeklies, their extra points to lose weight. One of my leaders had to eat every 2 to 3 hours. I had another leader that used to not eat breakfast, which I guess would be like intermittent fasting, and we hear a lot about that. That doesn't always work for everybody. So step 1 is picking a plan, tracking, being consistent with it. Step 2 is after you've gotten some data back, which we're getting into that now. We've had 10 days of tracking and we're trying to apply a plan, or, you had a plan that you wanted to do and now you're finally tracking it. Okay, so what's the data so far? Have you lost weight? Are you feeling better? Are you more energetic? Are your clothes looser? Are you in a better mood? I'm drinking a pineapple sparkling water. Are you sleeping better? Or maybe you're tracking and you're like, I'm really not staying within my points, calories, carbs, whatever. And that's why I haven't seen any progress. And so now is the time to make some changes. Or maybe after 10 days, you're like, I've committed to this for this month and we're going to see how it goes, but I can already tell you I'm a third of the way done. And next month I need to really reevaluate if this plan for me is sustainable and something that I want to do in September. So you guys have some information. Let me know what the information is that you have acquired so far. I think mine is that when I do honestly track on the weekends, I'm seeing that I'm not consistent on the weekends, and it's ruining my Monday through Friday, basically. All the hard work that I put in Monday through Friday, I completely obliterate on the weekends. And this has been a pattern now for a few years. So I used to be like, I don't know what's wrong. It's the plan. I'm working the plan. Well, no. I wasn't honestly tracking on the weekends. I was sort of tracking here and there, omitting things, forgetting things. And my consistency was not there. So for me, I have got to figure out now what consistency on the weekends needs to look like. Do I need to have more calories to play with on the weekend? Do I need to have more structured eating on the weekend? Do I need to meal plan on the weekend? See, I do great meal planning Monday through Friday, you guys. I do great meal prepping, and, really during the week, I'm great. The weekends, from Friday night to Sunday evening, are a disaster. A fun disaster. I'm having a great time. And I go into complete denial, oblivion mode where I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think that was one serving. No, ma'am. Or I'll go out to eat and like kind of guesstimate how much I'm eating. And, like we'll go out for Mexican food. And this is just an example. I'm not really doing this right now because I'm not eating chips. But let's say I go out for Mexican food and I put in my tracker, I had one serving or maybe 2 servings of chips and salsa. And I had like 4, which is not hard to do with chips and salsa. Been there, done that. Or I had a tablespoon of guacamole when I had the whole bowl. Okay, I'm just saying. We've talked about this before, about being honest with yourself and being an honest tracker. Okay, the weekends, I'm a big old liar. Or I just don't track. And then I try to backtrack and I forget things. So, my consistency, I have got to do better on the weekends. And this last weekend was a train wreck. So, I'm not sure what that looks like. It may look like me changing weigh-ins to Monday morning, so I'm accountable for my weekend, because what I've noticed is that if I have a Wednesday weigh-in, I'm kind of like, oh, I can get it off by then. Yeah, I get off what I did over the weekend, but I never progress past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll gain a pound or 2 over the weekend from my fun and frivolous eating, but it's the same couple of pounds. So maybe a Monday morning weigh-in, and then I have just got to be more accountable, you guys. I'm not real sure what that looks like, but I may need to start planning the weekend at the beginning of the week. So thinking about that, this is just an example of what your data should be starting to show you. You should be getting a clear picture of what the problem is. Has it been a real struggle tracking for 10 days? If it has been and you absolutely hate it, there you go. There's some of your data. You're not doing so great in the tracking realm of things, and you're not very consistent at it. So, do you need a plan that has less tracking? Do you need a plan that has more tracking? There are plans out there that you don't have to track as much. An example of that would be like Simply Filling or Core or some of these old plans. I know the WW Purple plan, you have more 0-point foods, and that may work a little bit better for you. The thing is, portion control still matters even if you don't want to track. So what does that look like? Anyway, reflect back to me. What's the data starting to show you? We're a third of the way done for this month with our tracking challenge. Give yourself a pat on the back if you're making progress in this area, because this is a big deal. It's a really big deal to make progress in this area. And next month we're going to be adding. We're still going to be tracking every day, but we're going to add something to that. I'm not sure what that is yet. You guys have given me some good suggestions, so we'll kind of see. But I'm almost to my destination, so let me go do my job. My IRL in real life job. And I will check back in with you guys tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit more. I don't even know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But today's topic basically is let your weight loss be your guide. You should be getting data to help you, to help guide you now to get a clearer picture, because ultimately the responsibility is on us to pick a plan and work the plan. I think that's just hard for us to deal with sometimes, that nobody can do this for us. Nobody can tell us what to do, and nobody can track for us, like, we have to do this ourselves, you guys. We're responsible for ourselves. So, what are you doing? Are you going? I'm in a very interesting part of town where there's like no clear-cut way to get to where I need to go. So, we're gonna just try to find this little hidden street, which is most of my life right now. Okay, guys, stay in orbit. Sorry again about the weirdo angle. We're just making things work. Where am I? And I will see you guys later. Bye.